Decrepit Ruins is the next run. I'm not super much a fan, but yeah, we'll try. And the Den are back. The Silthid are here to help us with Decrepit Ruins, which I'm quite happy with. And the Vittori are here. So we have the setup that takes that needs lots of money again, that has a hard time making money. Though there's economic zones to help with that. There's weather control. The Denner have a row of good techs. I wish I had social capital, but you know, well, maybe not necessary, right? We have the Elysium project, which we could try for. There are void synthesizers to help with it, but you know, we don't have space architects. We get experimental tech, which can actually lead to a good start. Well, scientific fleet. The scientific fleet leads to you get science every time you explore, and experimental tech is we start out with 2 relays we can build right from the start. We might really carefully consider where we put those. Just sort of set everything up correctly. I can snap you to the edge, and then we'll start. Ooh, had a bit of a delay there. About a second. All right. So, how do we do this? Well, there's a 5er. Here's another 5. I'll start with this 5. Well, there's not much surrounding it. We'll start with this 5. Okay, so there are lots of options here. Like, this kind of setup really feels like it would be kind of awesome if we could get it going. So, we want that chip for this, right? Oh. Well, hold up. Got more water. More colony. Like potentially chips, but like I would like a remnant planet. I think we start with these though. Like it would still be fine if we don't get this colony, right? Like maybe we get this here. And the reason for that could be that it would maybe allow us to do a biomatter lab of some sort. Let's have a look what's around here. Because we might want to build the food and well, there's nothing there. Okay, there's just nothing in either direction. Okay, good to know. I don't know if I want to build the food here still then. But, you know, this is a good source of food. When you have no ability to use to get robots very easily. Getting human producing plants are successful. Yeah, that's the hard part, but we could do it. Well, I don't know if I want to go for 4 chips because it might turn out to be difficult. I'll go for the science output. If I'm correct with this. Right, I could just go for a breeding program. And now we have tons of biomatter. Which could be used to produce extra stuff. For example, if I colonize this. Now, this arid, you might be like, oh, but what do we do here then? Well, there is hydroponics, right? So we could turn this into a farm later too. And if we go for heavy science at the beginning, then that would be a way to do it. All we have to do is find a way to do the Vittori mission and then we're fine. Like, you know, there you go, that's a 2-way trade, and suddenly we have a 4 science potential lab at the start. This ocean will not work towards it, but you know, that might become a colony of some sort later. Or it might just turn into water, right, for this arid. Although I wouldn't say that is the best possible solution. It could dig food here. One other thing we could do, if we're like, oh, you know, look at all this, right? We really want to make water and green stuff instead of making food everywhere. Because food is like, yeah, sure, right? We could use the food to but having lots of water and green stuff will allow us to make 2 labs really rapidly. So why don't we pick up these xenofoods? These allow you to build food out of water and biomatter any way you want using just a structure. And we have Genesis cells to create lots of the stuff later on. So we don't need food plants, which is really neat because it will make it much easier to get Elysium projects as well much later on. So it's like a you know, 3 birds with 1 stone thing that we just hit there, which is, you know, there you go, right? Okay, so do we want to build a lab this year or next year? Probably next year, I would imagine. No good way of... yeah, there's like an asteroid there as well, right there. Can create another 2-way trade there. This is such a beautiful thing, right? We can get like so many science points here. If I push this correctly, we also have this available, slip relays. So I could slip relay some food if I really wanted to. But I don't think it's necessary to do so, and that's the beautiful part. We'd also use one of these slip relays to get this in here, which might be smart to get goods, which will be needed for the Dender mission. Anyway, let's send that out. And send that out. There's no reason not to, because we'll make that money back, and then we'll scan here to see if there's anything we might want over here. There's like another source of water and biomatter, which, you know, we could just stack even more of the stuff. Now let's just sneak this in here. Yeah, like so. It's a spider web of biomatter. There's 1, there's 3. Don't need to do this connection right now, so we won't. This is a bit too expensive, right? But we get the necessary science. Now, food processors cost 15. Instead, we'll get quantum sensors, because that will pay for itself very quickly, just by finding plants that, you know, we might want to use. Now, so what do we do now? Because we're kind of in a bit of an impasse, right? We grabbed the 6 science, I think. Or we could grab establish a base. That, yeah, okay, that makes more science than that. So we want to establish a base here, because the biomatter will turn to science. Okay, so then what else? Well, we need food, right? One way to make food would be this, but, you know, with this sector quirk of decrepit ruins, it's going to be hard to make robots, so I don't want to make food in these. I could make food here, but, you know, this wants to be water, right? Although we could make water here as well. Like, this solves everything, right? So we might not need a food processor then here, but I think still we're gonna get food processors. Because it just makes too much sense not to. Like, you can make tons of money with them too, right? As long as we have the food available, we can just use them to make tons of money. Now, we will not be able to use this water, but we will be able to use this one and that one. And later on, do we have teleporters available on things? We do. So I guess it's fine-ish. Do we have like science things from the... No, we don't. But we do have enlightenment. Oh man, enlightenment. But that precludes the Elysium product, so probably not. Also, making this connection precludes this connection. I don't know what I think about that. Like, it precludes a lot of connections, actually. I don't like this. I prefer building... Oh my god, it's like slightly obstructed, really? Is it? Maybe like sort of like... Don't do that then. Build it a little bit more close. We go from the side instead then. The reason for that is that, yeah, this is obstructed, but we'll build a relay for it probably. But this gives us access to food. Probably in both planets actually. We'll just build this only. We don't do that one. The idea would be to build like food processor structures for the science. It's also that. Is that? Oh, that's not out of range by a hair. That does need to be in range because otherwise we have to make a relay for that, and there's no need to build that relay. Let's do that then. This should be enough. Pay a little bit more, but that's fine. So yeah, this is sort of like the thing we want. 19 and 11, and still enough space to like finagle in a food processor structure, which is the goal, right? And that food processor structure will take in 2 inputs. Same on this side, right? We take in lots of inputs for food processor structures. Although probably I want to make sure that we can do that connection too. So maybe not. Sorry for doing this a lot, but it is actually gonna be important to try to. Yeah, this is the one I want actually, because we'll be able to sneak in the food processor structure. I just realized we can just put it like in the corner and that will work. As long as we have the science, right? It'll take a bit before we have the science, but I think it's just so good to go for food processor structures here. It's just the way we want to go. We could do, yeah, this will also be good. We'll be able to. Are we available to do that? Do I want to maybe skip this year? And this is a good question, right? If I skip this year, that's annoying. You just not, please. Okay, so if I take this, we go down to like 9, right? And we don't even go back up because we don't have enough time to finish it this year. We could scout a bit with the remaining time. There's no problem with that. We get some science points. If we want to get the food processors right, scanning does give us science. So I guess we just scan. Get 18 income. It's not quite enough to really sustain scanning, but this is a way to make science. It's a slow way, but it works. We could connect this, but we don't have the availability to. Now we're in October. Perfect. Right, let's spend that time on this then. Still got 12. And we can hopefully get the food processor. There's one more. Get a good. Having a good asteroid is also important because we need that money to build the food processor with. That's actually important. If we don't get that money, then alright. Like the food processor are gonna be the thing. Oh, I made a really big mistake. Oh no, we should have built quantum sensors. That's why the scans were so small. Well, too bad, right? Feels bad though to have wasted so much time on this. Because now we might, yeah, this might have cost us dearly. Okay, 6 science, right? I might need that. We'll get this arrowhead because it's needed. Don't know if I can get this mechanized harvest. Because it would. Gaia world here, water here, water here. We go for this. 13, that's gonna be 10 income. Send out the human. We're like barely making a little bit, but food shortages, right? We need to fix them. As most of our colonies are struggling, which is why we're making so little money. But if we can get those food processor structures, okay, we can get them next year. I think we skip we could get... no, I shouldn't. That's just a much better solution. We get the food. We get the xenofoods. There we go. Now, with xenofoods available, that should lead us to build lots of food. Where do we get that food from? Are we over here? At the minimum. There we go, that's good. Two-way trade here. We're starting to solve everything like this, right? That's a beautiful thing. Gotta be careful that I don't build things in an inefficient way. We need like a upgraded planet for the Dender, right? Which this one will help with, sure. And this one will help produce food here. Which this one will also do... yeah, okay. I wish I had some money, right? Like it's just the 24 income is not quite enough to... but okay. We'll get there eventually, hopefully. We're using 1 water, use 2 water for this. The 3rd water will have to go into a lab. I want to build a water lab as well, hopefully. I think this was like the ideal location for it, so I'll try to go for that. I think this year we're going to build this up. Is it? That gets us the missions. Yeah, I don't want that. Dude, oh my god, this is like the wrong mission. Remnants. There's like... oh, these are bad missions. Why did I do this? These are the missions I don't want to do. I don't want to do any of these. Like 0 of these. Because what am I going to use ore and robots and stuff for? If it wasn't ore, if it was remnant, it would be fine, but it's not. Like, you know, sure, I could use like water and stuff for that, but like, what's the point? Right, where's the... I'm never gonna build food producing plants, so you know, there's that. And that's it, really. It's just gonna be it. 5 and 7, can't even afford that. I should have taken the 6 science, and I should have taken exploration, so we could have done this much quicker. So we had the food processor earlier instead of having to waste time building things that I didn't want to build. But I guess we go for that because this is the cheapest way to add more value. And then hopefully we'll get... hey, we could like sneak that in, right? I think suddenly I should sneak in another food processor though. How expensive is that? Only 10 though. And then I could build a relay here to get this connection. You get like another planet upgrade for this, right? Not terrible. You got 42 income now, right? This is a slow start. But let's start with food processor structures, which is a new thing I'm trying to make work here. Don't know how good it will be. We'll see. Wait. It is very important that we build that on the other side. Because if we don't, I feel real bad about it in the future. Making 4 chips is going to be annoying, but hey, you know, it's each their own, I suppose. And maybe not, right? We could make some here. Could send in some there with a relay, I suppose. Could make some chips here with a relay. I don't know what to use them for though, so seems like it would be a bit you know, a bit wasteful to do that. Oh, anyway, we got next. How are we doing with happiness actually? Oh yeah, we're like losing this one and this one as well. Let's solve this. Send in the water. Food processor structure. Because it goes like in the center or something. So I don't need more inputs here. That would save us some. There you go. And now maybe, since this one's an extra human input, why don't I use my other relay here? That would be the final relay, but it would work. Well, next year, right? So we got 50 income now. There we go. Water. Okay. And eventually this, right? If we ever get to more chips. Okay, so science. And then the other lab. I love how we can get this many short connections. Food processor upgrade? I don't think so. What I'd rather think though is we take economic zones. Is that is a way to make lots of money here. Like that is for sure a way to make lots of money. Well, that takes 8 though. Like why would I even make that connection then, right? So maybe put it. If I put the lab a little bit further. Like I don't really need that one point of science. If I wait a little bit, I can get that one in as well. You know. So why don't I just put this two-way trade here? And why didn't I get another one? There we go. Alright. Looks good. Maybe enlightenment is also like kind of neat. I don't know about enlightenment though. It includes Elysium projects, so probably not. We can build another food processor here, which I will do. To make you work, right? Everything's coming together. And now... Oh wait, hold on a second. Oh, I did this. I did a mistake there, because we can't now get a human in here. Maybe we can. Be a little tricky. It'll work, but it'll need like that. We get a reason to make chips at the very least, but this one will kind of. I think I'll still do it though, because it's like, it fits, right? I guess we'll need like teleporters and things to fix this stuff later. But yeah, that does work. It does scale as well. I guess. Alright. Have a look. We can get energy here. People as robots. Ooh, that's a good tech though for us. That's a really nice tech. People as I'll take. I want this. That is such a good tech. And the reason for that should be painfully obvious, right? If we make that work. Alright, well first off, I'm going to get the goods in there, there's the chips in there. I'm going to do it like this. That's why we go to 3413 without even, yeah, it's too expensive. Alright. That's why we go next year without Yeah, 6 science, right? We get lots of science. We get economic zones, which will make us all the income we might want. Because we can do this connection here. And this connection here. Right? Oh, maybe even there as well. Hold on. God, I keep making the. This is a hard mission. This is a hard run, right? Like there's like all these little optimizations you can do that I forget about, like economic zones and things, right? How do we do this again? Oh right, this was correct. Okay, I forgot about that. Oh no, it doesn't fit. Oh man. I shouldn't have put this down. So I should have put this further in, so we could have connected this. Right, I've needlessly obstructed it. And that's a bit of a shame. It's still really good though, what we're doing here. Oh look. We can do it like that then. That's fine too. 90 income, right? Like, don't mind if I do, right? How are we going to get food in here? I'm not going to wait with this one, if I can do it. But we need the chips. It feels like we should be starting to do the missions now. Now we actually have a good starting base. Like, we're just building like a couple of different resources and not everything. So why don't I start here, right? Okay, that's a start. And then just that makes the silted mission go away. Yeah, it's sort of annoying, but that's what you gotta do. Alright, we need to use this other chip in some way. Alright, this will be a user of it, but it needs another input, which it has a hard time getting. We get Lensify. How good is Lensify? Can we Lensify something that actually makes sense? Like, if I could Lensify... Like, the beautiful part, though, is that with the weather control, we can turn the jungles and stuff into Earth-likes, and then we just have only Earths. And we can actually, right, if we wanted... Oh, if we could get biome reconstruction and enlightenment, we could turn everything into Earth and food processors. And that would work and be prosperous. That is that... I think that's better than going for legendary. That is new, that is weird, that is silly, but why not? Let's make the successful remnants though. So this one needs an output, which it could be this one, but it needs an input as well. And that's the hard part. Like an ore or something for you. Or a bot, but it's another Forge World, right? Oh my god. The lack of... I mean, you connect here. Or you would. Right, if we could get a bot from here, from the Silthid, or an energy or something, then we can make this into goods and then we're fine, right? Also, economic zone. 2 more income, right? Or she could just... wait. I mean, that would work, right? Double Lensify, and then... There. I mean, I guess, right? Yeah, I guess we'll do that. We do a silly thing. Well, this has been a very silly run so far, so let's do the silly thing. So we can get mass lensing, which will advance detectory. We'll lensify you. No, we'll lensify you as well. We'll get a double slip sweep. And then we'll go all the way around. Alright. That upgrades you, and we get one of the two done here. We just haven't even done both yet. Anything else we might want? Not yet. We want this deck, Genesis cells. Like, that is super important. We also want to get access to enlightenment before it goes away, because that is going to be crucial to the setup we're going to build, which is going to be silly but fun. Alright, we got this. And no, we just send out more things. You don't want to, 2 more imports. Well, we'll find out a way, right? For now, we'll send out, I guess, over here, because you have more neighbors. Okay. Yes. Now what? Well, yeah, that's good, that's good. We get like more science in both ways with that. That's really what we want in Genesis cells, right, to make science. The Vittori remnant. Where's the other remnant? Here. God, why did I... That mission, man. One tough cookie, that mission. Because we explored a little bit too much, right? We found those remnants, and then you can get that mission, and it's not what I want. Like, not by far. What I want is just turn everything to Earth. And just connect Earth, and just have 3 resources to play with. I mean, people as robots, right? Like, that would help too. I guess we do this as well. Send in an extra thing. I don't have to take enlightenment now, right? I can take Genesis cells first. I want to take Genesis cells first because it makes more science. We have so little time though, because I skipped so many years at the start. It's a bit unfortunate, but what can you do, right? You get extra... you can't make more water. It's another thing. Okay, do we really have no remnants aside from this one? Because sure, I could make something here, but like... I'm gonna spend like so many years making another remnant successful that I don't want to do that one. It doesn't feel bad. It kind of does, doesn't it? Then I just build another science lab of some sort. Like just I don't know, anything, right? Any sort of science lab. Can we get this ore? No. We need regular relays. I suppose we can still unlock infraways near the end. It is an Earth, right? Everything wants to be Earth. But... And you're on Earth, and you're on Earth, and you're on Earth. I would love to do this again, right? Maybe I'll re-roll until we get like this sort of combination again, because I'd love to see what we can do with this. I think we want to add the Euphorians in then. Try to get Genesis cells, enlightenment, and food processors, and try to do that sort of strange combo. Because I'd love to see what craziness we can come up with, turning everything into Earth. Just to do this sort of combo again, because I feel like it's like really neat, but the start here was just so difficult that we now end up in like a situation where we don't want to. I guess we try for this, right? Don't know which one I want to build. Hopefully we can make use of the things this makes. We can't. That's a problem. I mean, I can make use of one thing by throwing it into a lab, but I need to make use of both. So I would imagine that. Yeah, this is too far. We can... hold on, where's it? Goods. Now... That can't be. The distances here are too big. So we don't have an available... Oh. Can we please have a remnant up here? Would that just be... No. It is ore, right? But it's not a remnant. Like, this mission has been rude. I can throw in 2 labs if I wanted to, and that would do it. But don't question about the costs of doing that. You know what? I guess we're doing that. I guess we're doing another silly thing, but I want to do this mission, and we're just stuck with it for too long otherwise. So, you know, yeah, congratulations, right? We might get enlightenment first then. No. I mean, enlightenment does make science then, right? Okay, here's the rub. Maybe we find an output for it as well. Over here. Alright, good. What are we making here? I don't really know or care. I guess robots or something. Maybe we can make humans as robots. So I could make boxes. But yeah, robots is fine. Okay, we have 2 robots. I don't even care about you anymore. I'll plonk down the lab to make 1 science. And we finally complete this quest. Alright, we'll do that. And I will increase population. So what we can do here is we can connect these 2. Pre-connections, and we get Genesis cells. Do I? Yeah, I do. I do want my Genesis cells, because this now leads to... We are in the final tier, and we can get access to biome reconstruction. And you might be like, wait, what? I think we're too late though to do this, but it's... I want to see this. I want to see this happen. All right. We have enlightenment right now, right? So we can turn plants like you prosperous, just like that. I don't need to do anything. And you successful. All right. I got an extra. Get extra thing here. That would be nice. Other than that, not much. I can make a robot here if I wanted. Oh yeah, oh my god. I entirely forgot about this. But yeah, I should have picked up this science ages ago anyway. Well, so much for that, right? Okay. Anything else? Yes. Here. That makes a lot more money. Which is good to do, right? I can't reach that, but sure, right? Maybe with teleporters. There's one more. I get one for free. It's another two-way trade, right? 3 plans that are successful, better. It has 2 partners. This is the 3rd. I don't want you, I want an Earth. I don't want you, I want an Earth. I don't think these can be transformed into anything. We could make energy into cybernetic bodies, but I think we want cybernetic bodies. Using humans as robots is just going to be kind of crucial. This can just be a food world if I want it to be. Though it's not necessary, so I'll just turn it into another Earth. Same here. So I'm going to wait until we have the science to do so. Can we make some more? Like, out of like biomatter or something? Because like that's the way we make science. We can just make another biomatter lab here. Because we're going to make so much of it. Would be the idea anyway. Let's just produce water or something here. There are lots of ways to produce that. I don't know though. A launch too. Make another colony? Do we have? Actually not looking for these forge worlds, is that kind of weird, right? Like water here. That makes sense because it becomes prosperous. And yeah. Get some extra food. I can get this trade link as well. Let's sort of prepare ourselves for the ability to turn everything into earth, which I think will unlock a little bit too late, really. We can try to make this like, work, right? 7 science. I'm gonna get there. 8 humans. Try to get that tech discount, right? We can do this one. It seems alright. We can get a 2-way trade here. Like a if I wish that were there, if I knew that were there, right? But you just get like energy there at some point. You want to be an Earth, like definitely. Not a colony, wouldn't be bad. We could do that to make, I suppose, goods, right? Science, right? You make that much science? I don't know. Enlightenment's definitely there. Redigestion, how good is that? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I don't know, we can send out this as well, still. You know, just keep making money. Like, these are a good source of money, don't get me wrong. Stream splitting? I don't see that being all too crazy good though. Could make a lab with a chip and a thing, but it's just one science, it wouldn't really do much. -8, but we'll be able to fix you eventually. In fact, we can fix that now. After I do this correctly. I can do that. Just send in the food for it. That's this to make this work. And how good is this connection? Oh, 5 more income, sure. At 42. You get access to it. I could try to make like 3 humans. Is that crazy to try to do? Is there a way to do that without, you know? I guess I'm gonna need ore, it's just a problem. Same here, needs ore. There's something over here maybe. No. It all wants biome reconstruction. I guess we pay through the nose for it. And the idea would be that, you know, we can turn, say, this into an Earth. And you become an Earth. And here we get this, right? And that. And then we get a food processor here to satisfy this. And you get the extra thing. You get enlightenment here to upgrade it. And there we go, that's a prosperous world. Like we can do some, and you know, that to make you successful as well. And this has enough patterns, so it only needs to send out a thing. And now we can turn this lava into a lens. Because there's nothing else to do with it anyway. And I can turn that into a connection. And there we go, it's a prosperous. Like that, that's like a sneaky way to make prosperous worlds. How good is it? Not very, but hell of it isn't fun, right? There you go, have another Earth. Can you become an Earth as well? Yes, you can, okay. Let's do that, so we get 2 more science here. Let's get another Earth. Let's turn you into another Gaia world. So you get 2 more science there. There's your 12 science from your water, right? Sensible. 10 food. We can do 10 food. Normally this mission would be crazy hard, right? But not this time. Alright, let's actually get terraforming drones, because those will be kind of useful, because that saves us lots of time and money. Because we could turn this into an Earth. You know, here you go. There's like extra stuff available. There we go, make you successful. And then I guess we can go here. Ascension? This wouldn't be bad either, but I don't know if we have the time to do Ascension. You know, we have lots of extra humans in various places. That's kind of the harder thing, right? To use the humans, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if I want Ascension or like some energy or something here. I can certainly send an extra human here. And I can send in one to the lab, I suppose, right? That saves us... I could get 41 science, which should give us some extra months if I want them. I could also gain... there's also cybernetic bodies, use humans as robots. Not really, I think. Where do we have... Like, if I have good locations for them, then I would be happy to build Ascension gates. There's one over here that we could use 2 humans for, right? There's also an enlightenment that can be had here. Like, you need like an output, don't you? Because I don't know if I'll ever make this prosperous. Probably not. There's also teleporters that we could unlock right, for only 45, which will happen like 34, 24. We'd have 2 years to use. So that's not bad. What can we really lensify these? Is there like a good area here that we could... it's like weird. Normally you would want those like forge worlds and stuff. We actually don't like forge worlds. We like Earths. And not much else really. Although arid is fine, right? Don't need to... Let's do that so we can actually... Here's an Earth. Oh, we don't need to do that yet. We can make food. There's also an argument made to upgrade the food processor structures. Mind control. 2 more robots. Because how many have we got? Like this tech here, right? Boom. Okay, that's worth it. That's crazy. Okay, that was fun. We just sort of did 10 food instantly. That was kind of funky. Okay, let's make 2 people producing plants prosperous. Sort of, yeah. I'm enjoying myself doing this silly thing here, but I don't know how good it is, but it is funny. Right, we'll just turn everything into Earth. What do we need? Like more Earth, right? I wish I could do it as earlier. I'm gonna do this silly thing again, I think. It's sort of fun to do. Can we get maybe Ascension might be like the answer. There's quantum computing here. We don't even need the money. Just build the energy here and solve you. Also, energy might work in Ascension gates, right? It does. Oh wow, okay. Then we just get more energy, I think. We have 200 income, so... maybe this is just money? No, this is energy, because we can make Ascension gates with energy. Work. I think we go Ascension. Add that to the tech list. It's cheap, right? Yeah, we get discount. Oh, we're 3 short. Get 3 more science somehow? Is that like a science thing? It's not here, but there's another one here, which, you know, we can build an Earth here. Yeah, there you go, that's 8 science. And now we unlock Ascension. And the beautiful part about Ascension is that we can use those to make happiness. There you go, it's 2% happiness. I'm gonna make 1 more here. And you are already... get another Earth. Is that in range? No, but this is. So I could lensify that and turn this into an earth. Like I'm trying to like get more humans for the ascension gates. Like for example, if I put one here, God, I need to not obstruct things. Like I need to put it in such a way that we can put one more behind it, right? %, right there. If I put one more behind it, it will be hard to place. We'll see though. But the idea here is we lensify this to do that. And a food processor structure. There we go. All right. What other tasks do we still have? Oh, make 2 people producing plants prosperous. Right. Do you have a way to do that? Because this was fun and all, but that's maybe not the way to finish things off, because like, let's be honest, this is fine, I think, but you need another partner is the thing, right? That would be this one that I wanted, but it just wouldn't want to upgrade. Okay, what about you? You also need a partner, right? That's successful. So one way to make an earth here. Yeah, it is in range. Okay, good. So that, and then that, and then that. There you go. Right. You can get this up as well. Universal harmony. We'll see. Enlightenment. So now all you need is an export route of some sort, right? Which I could throw you into an ascension gate, but then it needs like a second partner, which is hard to get because like everything's kind of very long range for you. Isn't that funky as well, right? We ended up not going for this at all and doing something completely different, but something rather unique. Certainly. Out of range, I did that, but mind control, if I could afford it, right, it would be quite good here because we have lots of happiness. Like we don't have 100 happiness because we have 16% resource shortages because we kind of are too late with this sort of combo setup, but it is certainly neat. Let's just build more ascension gates though. Like, we can use that to take care of some happiness. What do we do with all these humans? Just send them all away, right? But the problem is, yeah, you will never get the prosperous then. We need that other prosperous human planet, which is sort of the difficult thing here. I could upgrade you, but you don't have enough partners, right? So that's not going to be a thing. Here as well, not enough partners. What about this one? It has 2 partners, but it needs a third. Can I get a third partner? I had this set up with here with Ascension Gates, but that's not the setup I want, I think. Like if we could give it a partner, but it needs another Earth. We can never have enough of those. Like, still like a setup like this in like a teeming sector, right? Is unique and funny. Like you're an Earth, and you're an Earth. Everyone's an Earth. Like maybe you want hyperlanes with this sort of thing. Would that be silly to do? Or like version? I wouldn't know, right? You would want Vittori, and you would want like a tech setup, like an early tech setup, and then you would make this work. I don't know what the better perks would be for this, but I would like to try this again and try to see if we can do it. Genesis cells, food processors, and biome reconstruction, right? That's the one. Just turn everything Earth. We can make one here. One over here wouldn't be very good though, because we wouldn't be able to pop prosperous on it. Trying to get that prosperous is difficult. It has to be people producing it. How about you? Oh, you're successful to start off with. 3 partners. Hey, there you go. See, there was something that we're missing. Food producing. We don't have those. But you know, the Dender quests for a ton of food, it turns out they're not always hard. There are setups that actually have that quest be easy. And this is one of them. I think we just build one more ascension gate and just throw in a human. Yeah. Alright, this wasn't the best because we only had like 30 planets. It was funny though, certainly. I'm gonna try this setup again with like a better combination and see if we can make this work. That won't count towards the spreadsheet, but I'm gonna do it because it's... we discover something new, right? I did make a few mistakes in the early game that cost me dearly, which I feel bad about, right? Because like early on we could have scanned better, right, by getting the quantum sensors earlier. I forgot that I... do we even have xenophores here? We do, right? It should be somewhere here. Xenophores, right? Economic zones were great as well. Like, of course they are, because you kind of get tons of money for them. So that mass lensing